And actually, personally, this is my great pleasure to come back to Boston because I studied here from 85 to 87. Today, I'd like to give you a short presentation, and in my presentation, essentially, I'd like to give you just two messages. Message number one is there is a great potential or a big chance in the Japanese seafood in the US market, and I will show you why. And secondly, my second message is to show that the Japanese seafood is now safe to eat. And also I'd like to give you some information while I'm trying to avoid the technicalities as much as possible. Now, as I said, I will give you two messages, but somehow my presentation is divided in three sections. Don't worry. About Japanese seafood, we all know that Japan is rich in seafood variety and its culture, and there are many different kinds of fish and shellfish and other creatures we enjoy in Japanese lifestyle. These are major fishing grounds as well as the species around Japanese archipelago. And I think in Tsukiji market, which is a very famous Japanese wholesale market outside of Tokyo, they daily handle 400 to 500 different species of fish. Just to indicate the variety of the seafood we always we enjoy in Japan, where's my pointer? Yes. The one of the famous fish-eating country, Norway, the 80% of what they eat as a seafood comes from only 5 species. Iceland, also another big fishing country and fish eaters, 6 species. Japan, 18 different species of fish and shellfish are eaten up to, that represent 80% of the seafood we consume. Of course, sushi is now famous, but I travel around a lot, and I see many sushis and the Japanese restaurant abroad, but always I feel they know only a part of Japanese cuisine. And oftentimes, sushi is only Norwegian salmon, and if you're lucky, you might have some the tuna, but that may not be coming from Japan. As you can see, this is a typical dish of Japanese sushi, but you don't see Norwegian salmon here. And shrimp, roll, fish rolls, and different kind of fish. And this is a usual combination of Japanese sushi we enjoy. And sushi and sashimi and tempura and teriyaki is the only one on the menu in Japanese restaurant in many parts of the world. But there are many, many different kinds of Japanese food, and I'm sure that chefs can find a lot of potential in these different things. I'd like to explain everything, but because of the shortage of time, I will just show you the pictures. And I will skip back to a recipe, but you have to find somewhere. And by the way, my staff, Mr. Tominaga, sitting here, spent a lot of time trying to find the beautiful pictures so that we can encourage your appetite of a Japanese dish. Salmon, but it's not just fillet. There are many different ways to cook salmon. Sea bream, we even use red sea bream for pasta, and which is good. And cod-like species, and this is actually a Korean way of using this fish. There are millions of different potentials. This only indicates part of the nutritional advantage of eating fish. And there are substances called DHA or EPA, which is understood as contributing to the development of your brain and the nerves. And well, these Japanese mothers to make them smart. And as you can see, the meat has almost no ingredient or no EPAs and DHAs. Mr. Hikara was talking about long and happy life, and this is just one of them trying to indicate that fish eaters live longer. This line is the age, essentially. Age is this way, and this is a consumption amount. So the higher in this graph, you live longer, and on your right, you eat more fish. So Iceland, Japan, Norway, Portugal, Korea, they are all fish eaters and live long. Traditionally, we have been importing a lot of fish. At one time, at the peak of 3.5 million metric tons, and now 2.5 million metric tons because of the economic situation as well as aging population. The older people eat less. And in recent years, we export 500,000 metric tons per year. So only 1/5 of what we import. But we believe there are a lot of potentials and chance for export of Japanese seafood. From your point of view, that's the import of Japanese seafood products into your market. This is the 5-year statistics of major importers of Japanese seafood. But there is a caveat. Hong Kong is always top, but in this statistics, somehow pearls are included. You don't eat pearl, but Hong Kong people import a lot of pearl as a jewelry material. That's why in the value, they are always coming to the top. But others are very constant importers: China, USA, Korea, and Thailand. Thailand is mainly for processing purpose because they have a big capacity for processing of seafood. The US import a lot, but only 2 or 3 different items. This is another point that I like to convey to you. You could include a lot more different varieties in your import from Japan. Now, that's my first portion of a presentation. Hopefully, I have convinced you that there are still a lot of potentials, or at least there are some bigger word about seafood in Japan. Secondly, I'd like to show you that Japanese seafood are now safe to eat. Before I go into the actual panels, I'd like to stress that now there are multi-layer of screening before any seafood in Japan is coming to the United States or any other country. For example, we are suspending the fisheries in the area where the radioactivities are high, particularly in the coast of Fukushima prefecture, where the nuclear accident happened. No fisheries is happening, so no seafood is coming from that region. Secondly, my government as well as local government has been conducting a numerous number of sampling of seafood products as well as other food, and try to ascertain that no food that will go over the Japanese regulations will come into the Japanese market as well as the international market. That's screening number 2. And in case of export of seafood, they will be required to conduct another analysis of a particular consignment they like to export to the United States and other places. So before the Japanese seafood actually come to the door of the United States, they already went through 3 different screening process. And as we presented later, that there are additional layer of screening in the United States itself. So, and in the past, we have found no seafood product that violated the Japanese regulations. I can skip this one. This only try to show that the Japanese seafood are produced in very high sanitary conditions. This is also has up. I skip this one. the Japanese regulations I'm talking about, currently the Japanese regulation is this is sort of technical, but we have 500 becquerels, which is the amount of radioactivities per kilogram for seafood. And this is indicated as the amount of cesium, but covers other radioactive substances like strontium and others. And this is a very precautionary level with a lot of safety emerging. And as of April 1st, we are planning to strengthen this to further precautionary level of 100 becquerel per kilo. And just try to indicate how precautionary this is. This is the world regulations of radioactive substances, and this CS means cesium and iodine. And iodine disappears from the environment very quickly. Their half-life, so-called half-life, is just 8 days, so it's already gone. But cesium can stay in the environment like 30 years. So we have to monitor this one. This is the highest risk substance. And the Codex is an international standard established by United Nations Food and Agriculture Organizations and WHO, World Health Organization. And they say 1,000 is the level, and we are already 500. And as I said, we will bring this down to 100. So you can see how precautionary our levels are. I already told this, I can skip this. And we have tried to establish the highest transparency about the sampling and the analysis we have been doing. This is a website of a Fisheries Agency of a ministry, and we have English as well as Japanese website. And there is a table which is here. This is essentially a result of analysis of seafood products, the second screening level, which I talked about, and on a monthly basis. And if you open that part, you will see a list of a fish and the sampling date, sampling location, and with English name and I think a scientific name also, and the result of actual analysis of cesium and iodine. Iodine is gone, so it's zero essentially. So you can access this information and you can process this information. So there is a very high level of transparency. This only tries to indicate that some of the sampling point we have sampled fish around Japanese waters. This is Fukushima Prefecture, and this is Tokyo. And from Tokyo to the northern tip of Japan, it's about 1,000 kilometers. I understand between New York and Washington DC, it's like 500 kilos, something like that. So you can have a sense of the size of Japan. And those white circles indicate the sampling location, but the level was below Japanese standard. And I will show you another map which has a black circle. That means the location where we got the samples above Japanese level. Again, this is a bigger map of Fukushima, and you can see some black circles here, and around here. So essentially the point is those fish which go over the Japanese regulations are caught in the very close coastal waters of Fukushima Prefecture. And if you go down, you don't see the black one. There's some one here, so actually the northern part of this prefecture, which is Ibaraki, is actually closed. So all the fisheries around this area are now closed. So those samples are coming from cooperation from fishermen, knowing they will not sell those fish, or the cooperation with research vessels. So no fisheries products are coming from this region. That's the first screening I told. This is northern part of Japan. You don't see any black circles. what I think I already explained. And we have been